You may have heard that more than 1/3 of food in the world is wasted. Well, despite being a third world country, or perhaps because of this, Mexico wastes more than 400,000 million pesos per year in this problem. This translates into approximately $20,000 million per year. Now, it's important, of course, to mention those figures because it's what will get governments and the market attracted to this problem. However, if we analyze it, we will really see that we are dealing with two kinds of outcomes, which is an environmental impact and, for sure, the economic loss. At Foodie, we are set to tackle this problem today. We developed an AI-powered app that has as a mission to provide restaurants with the most intuitive tool to prevent food waste. Now, I'm going to give you a demonstration of our prototype. This is Foodie, and it's actually written in Spanish because it's the first market that we're trying to go for, the Mexican one. And so at first, the user will have to create an account. This will involve actually one main step. Previously, we were targeting restaurants and households. However, after doing our market analysis, we realized that restaurants would be in more need for this app and they would have the most impact. So let's choose restaurant for that sake. And afterwards, since Foodie works with AI, of course, we're going to train our models before giving this app out to the users. However, we will also need their input to continuously improve our models, right? So they have two options to register their current consumption habits. The first one is taking pictures of their food, and the second one is taking pictures of their tickets. So if we go for the first one, we will have to snap a picture and Foodie will detect what kinds of foods we are dealing with. It will create a nice diagram like this one, and that is 100% of our registration, right? So afterwards, we will see our home screen. This is it. So Foodie's main output is sort of a supermarket list, like a buying list, so that people waste the least amount of food possible, right? Continuously, it will improve. And so Foodie is also going to give users information about their savings, right? How much they're saving compared to when they first started to use the app. Also, it'll select which kinds of foods the user is consuming the most. For example, in this case, we have bread, we have tortillas, and we have egg in the case of proteins. And alerts, yeah, so in this case, we have also implemented the function of users, in this case restaurants, being able to track specific food items before they go rotten, right? Before they are not able to use them for consumption anymore. And so the user can also see in detail what each of these things is about. And they can see, of course, their complete buying list. That was, in a nutshell, the app. But I also want to show you a little bit of the back end. Our app works with a random forest regression model. What this means is that it'll basically use several inputs and calculate an amount, right? A number, in this case, the number of food that the user needs to buy. That the user needs to buy the next week, for example, in order to reduce their food waste. And so all of this is just like the basics, right? Importing certain libraries, converting things to arrays so the model is able to use them. And after that, calculating the mean squared error, which is, not so bad. They say that as close as it is to zero, the better. So the closer it is to zero, the better. And finally, I want to recap the most important parts of Foodie, which are that it works through two main steps, which are, first of all, convolutional neural networks, right? Image recognition, and then the random forest regression to predict the items to provide. And it's important to also keep in mind that Foodie keeps in mind stopping food waste, actually, preventing it, to take care of the environment and our economies. Earth needs us now. Foodie is set to prevent food waste today.